Hello you Teslonians, welcome back to another video. This is your Tesla Sheep, and today I want to show you how I did my Chrome delete. So I'm gonna walk you through how much it is and how much it's gonna cost you if you were to go with a professional. What are the flaws and what are the downside of doing it by yourself? Because this Chrome delete that you see right now, I did it by myself with no experience. I just went ahead and watched some YouTube videos and just did it, and it's not perfect. I'll show you all that, but that's what you would get for. I think I spent like about $60 to $70 on buying films and all the supplies and all that stuff, but it came out pretty dang cool. I'm sorry, I'm beside a highway, so it's really loud, but that's what I have to work with today. But anyway, as you can see, the front part looks really mean. I was gonna just go like this, but then it kind of looks kind of weird, so I went closed loop. It kind of looks like the Roadster. It looks pretty dang cool. It looks mean. So let's go through the Chrome delete process. So what you would need is basically film. So this is basically vinyl, so it's called Vivid. I did hear about 3M tapes, but I found out that the 3M films are kind of not good for beginners and whatnot, so I went with Vivid. They're a really great brand. You can find them on Amazon for like $20. It comes in a big 5-foot roll. That's all you would need, and then you can just cut them into 2-inch thick slices, long slices, and basically just cover them up, right? And then tuck them in, and then heat it, tuck them in, heat it. So you need to tuck them. So you need tucking tools, you need all those tools. So if you search it up on Amazon, just Chrome delete, or just search up Vivid film, and you will find like this is a matte black Vivid. So I just searched up matte black Vivid, and I found some matte black film, and also I found the tools that you need to do this. It's fairly simple. You can just use your hair dryer to heat them up. You don't really need a heat gun. I don't know why. Like, if you're a professional, you probably would have a heat gun with you, but you don't really need it. So it's a fairly simple job. It takes time. So it took me about 3 weeks to do the whole car. Of course, I didn't do the mirror side. I just left it as it is because it's really tricky to do the mirror. I didn't even try it. Because whenever the car locks itself, the mirror would turn, and it kind of catches up on the film, and it kind of it messes up the film. So unless you're a professional, you can try, obviously, but I just left it as it is. So it looks kind of weird, but not that bad. Mistakes. You would make a lot of mistakes. I had to basically take off a whole trim off. Like, when I say whole trim, like I would put on the film and I had to take off the whole film and then redo it with another fresh piece, because mistakes are meant to be made and you learn from your mistakes. Of course, it's not perfect. As you can see, chrome showing up, it just looks terrible from like a good 5-inch, but when you're going back, like when you're like a good 5 foot away, it looks clean. It just looks clean. And on this side, again, it's not perfect. If you look under, you can see the chrome. But again, from like a good 3-5 foot away, it looks pretty clean. I also did, of course, the side view mirror cameras. I didn't do the Tesla logo, but you can see that little indent right there. And again, it's not perfect, but from a little far away, it looks clean. This side looks perfect. And then I also did, this is my first piece, the Tesla T in the front. I didn't do the back yet. I will do the back, but I did do the front, and it came out beautiful. I would say this is the perfect, like the best piece I've ever done. And of course the chrome is kind of shining through on the sides. In the reflection of the sun, it will look nice. And the bottom, this is a this is a this is not supposed to happen. It happened because I made a little boo-boo to Tessa. So I kind of dinged the front of the lip right here. So instead of repainting the whole thing to, you know, blend it and fix that, that would cost me about like $1,000. So I went ahead and just wrapped it in this design with, I used something called a knifeless tape, and now it looks mean. So it kind of changes the whole, you know, style of the car. It looks really good. And of course I tinted the front headlights. Some people say, hey, it's not, you know, it's not safe, but be calm. This is only a light tint, and I've done some before and after picture. I'll probably, you know, put that on. You won't see a difference at all. It's like 5% dimmer or even 3% dimmer, but it's the brightness is the same. I didn't notice any difference at all. And the handles, again, as you can see, I have to, you know, put the vinyl on, wrap it around, and then just, you know, cut it around, and then obviously use some heat gun and, you know, fold it around. So there's some ambulance. It's really loud, kind of quiet. Okay, so yeah, it takes time. It took me 3 weeks. I didn't obviously work on this for 3 weeks straight. Of course I only worked on it for like, I don't know, in total 5 days. And it took me like, every day I would work on it for like 2 hours. And so 2 hours, 5 days, that's 10 hours on this. It is a lot of time, but a professional would do it in like, I don't know, 5 hours or even less. But this is my first time doing it. And in my opinion, it came out pretty good. I would give myself, as a beginner, a good 70% on this. I did a pretty good job, but again, it's nowhere near perfect. But I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned from it. And I'm pretty sure if I have, you know, another car to wrap, or if I were to do this again, I would do a really good job at it. Again, you need patience, you need time, you need the correct temperature. Yeah, temperature matters. I did this during the wintertime in my underground parking lot. It was like 5 degrees Celsius, so it was pretty cold down there, and the film just tend to either rip when you stretch it. You need to heat it up, and if you do heat it up, it just, you know, loses its, you know, elasticity quicker because it's obviously colder outside. If it were to be this, you know, sunny and summer, the temperature right now is 26 degrees. It would have been much better and easier to wrap. But again, it takes time. It needs practice. You can obviously go on YouTube and search up some, you know, videos. I did watch this guy named CK Wraps on YouTube channel. He literally gave me like a bunch of tips on how to wrap, and it actually helped me a little bit. So I went ahead and watched it. He wrapped a Model 3. So I went ahead and watched that. Some people do remove the panels, like literally the chrome trim piece, and wrap it and then put it back in. But I didn't do any of that. I didn't remove any panels, any chrome trim. I left it as it is, and I, you know, wrapped it. So yeah, it took time. But again, you're not going up to a professional and spending close to $1,000 on wrapping the whole car. I mean, chrome deleting the whole car. At least in Toronto here, it's like $1,500 or $1,000 to chrome delete a Tesla like this to a professional quality. I mean, obviously you can you can chrome delete your car for much cheaper, but it's not going to be like a professional quality. You'd rather just do it yourself, which I did. Instead of spending, you know, even a $600, I literally just spent $70 on tools and some of my time. Well, a lot of time. I would spend like half an hour just doing this trim right here. So Let me scroll down the window. So as you can see, this trim right here, I would spend like half an hour just, you know, wrapping it. It might seem simple. It is not simple. If people say chrome deleting or, you know, wrapping your car is easy in any YouTube channel or wherever, no, it's not. It's incredibly painfully slow process, and it's just really hard. But again, mistakes, you learn from it, and eventually you'll get it right. Let me show you my first piece compared to my last piece. So now obviously the Tesla T was my first piece, and then like the top part here was my first ever like actual trim that I was wrapping, and you can see these mistakes right here. If I go back, it's just terrible. This is my second piece. I just did a bad job cutting it. And then this is my second, you know, after like a couple of days, and you can see it's much better. Like you won't see a single like, you know, bump or anything like that. If I go on the other side, it's even better because I did the passenger side last, and you can see it's just perfect. You don't see any blemishes or any mistakes like that at all. So again, you learn from it. Handles, door handles, I did them like several times. I had to like take them all off and then redo it, and it took time, and it needs patience. You need patience and some heat gun. So heat's your friend, so take it for what it was worth. Again, spend about $70 from deleting my car, and it was an awesome experience, and quite brilliant. It just looks beautiful. Again, love my car, and of course I did this terrible job at chrome deleting it, but again, I did not spend $1,000 chrome deleting my car. It's basically just stickers sticking on to your car. You're basically spending, like giving someone money to, you know, put some sticker on your car. Why would you just do it? Well, why don't you just do it, right? So do it yourself, save some money. Again, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be beautiful, but at least you did not spend $1,000 on chrome deleting your car. It looks awesome. I love it. So take it for what it's worth. It's just beautiful. And of course, I didn't wrap this the fog light. I left the fog light as it is because it's kind of dark in there. Also, I did not wrap the tail light because it already looks pretty dark. So I left it as it is, and I don't want to wrap the tail lights because, you know, people who are right behind you, they might not see the car if it's, you know, it's already dark. So I don't want to put even a light tint at the back. The front, of course, I did a light tint, not a dark tint. So it's the lightest tint you can find, and it looks pretty nice. Let me turn on the daytime running. Press that. There we go. As you can see, she does look mean. Just the daytime is on right now, and it looks pretty dang mean. I love how my car looks. I would even call my car a Slytherin if I were to rename her, because it does look like a Slytherin. It looks like a snake. I mean, it just looks mean. I love it. So yeah, guys, that's about it for today's video. I just want to show you guys my experience on chrome deleting my car by myself with no help other than, of course, YouTube. And I had to order some parts from Amazon, which altogether cost me like $70, and use my hair dryer, blow dryer or hair dryer to just as a heat gun. So yeah, that's about it. Spend $70 on it. That's it. Yeah. So this is your Tesla Sheep. Thank you so much for watching. Go follow my Instagram page, Cybertruck Future. And if you want to chrome delete your car, do it yourself and save a lot of money. Use my referral code if you're getting a new model, any Tesla for that matter. You will get 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging, which is great. So use my referral code. It's linked in the description down below. And yeah, that's about it. This is Tesla Sheep signing out.